So friends, guess whose chart I'm analyzing now? I'm looking at the chart of Zohran Mamdani, who has been elected as the mayor of New York City. The first Muslim, the first, I don't know if he's the first Asian mayor of New York, Asian origin. And Zohran Mamdani has roots in India because both his parents are Indian origin. His father is from Gujarat originally, born in Mumbai. His mother is a famous film director, Meera Nair, and she is also from North India. Yeah, and they've lived in Uganda and USA. So anyway, what I see in his chart is he's a Cancer ascendant, and yeah, emotionally and personally, it seems like a difficult chart to me. Family-wise, I can see that there is a lot of benefit or benefic effects as far as the family is concerned, but still it's not easy on a personal level. Saturn is tightly aspecting his ascendant. So you can see that he has won this election on a socialist pitch. You know, some people call it communist, but actually communism and socialism are different. Not a communist, but definitely a socialist pitch that he has made. It is pro-people, it is pro people's problems, you know, it's more about people's problems, how the common man can, you know, sort of survive and do well. That kind of pitch he's made, Zohran Mamdani. So that is what is reflected because Saturn is influencing his moon, Saturn is influencing his ascendant, his lagna, right? So Saturn is the planet of the masses, the people, the workers, the people who are downtrodden, and he's tried to appeal to the immigrant community, the community of people who have moved to the US. So he says, I'm appealing to people from South America, Mexico, South Asia, and so many others. So that has been his pitch, and that's how he's won this election on that pitch, because Saturn is very well placed in his chart. Saturn is aspected by, is with Moon, it's in its own sign. It's aspected by Mars, but then, you know, Mars is aspecting its exaltation sign, Capricorn. So it is again somewhat, there can be a benefit in that, I'm not sure. Rahu is in the 6th house, the combination which also Narendra Modi has, Rahu in the 6th house. Uranus, Neptune also in the 6th house. So a lot of innovative service, ways of serving people in innovative manners, because 3 planets again in the house of service, 6th house. And very important, 4 planets, Sun, Mars, Mercury, Pluto in the 4th house, aspecting the 10th house. And they are throwing good aspects on the 10th house because Sun is looking at its exaltation sign, Mars is looking at its own sign, right? And Mercury, Pluto are also there. So what is happening is leadership is becoming a big role. And if we see, his career has always been about housing and then management, administration, because 4th house is strong. And the 10th house career ruler is also sitting in the 4th house with Sun, leadership, with Mercury, which is speech. Mars, Mercury also, maybe at some point he had the ambitions of becoming a lawyer or something like that. So Mars, Mercury gives that ability to fight, that ability to intellectually debate. Rahu is in the 6th house, again very good for fighting. Narendra Modi has this combination, as I said, Rahu in the 6th house. So it's good for fighting enemies. It's really helpful for that, right? And yeah, what I'm seeing is the challenges for him might start somewhere mid-2026 onwards when he enters the Sun Antardasha. Right now he's one of his best periods, Jupiter, Venus, Jupiter Mahadasha, Venus Antardasha till May 2026. Also note that this year, earlier this year, he got married. He met his wife October last year. So all the good things, Venus Antardasha, meeting the woman of his dreams. And I was wondering how he got married so early. 34 is not very early, but he got married probably at a good time as per American standards, with Saturn in the 7th house, but he's also got Moon in the 7th house. But important thing is he's got Saturn in his own sign. So I've seen people with Saturn in their own sign, they have less troubles in, less delays maybe, or less troubles in getting married. The own sign, exaltation sign. Otherwise, Saturn in 7th house delays your marriage. Of course, there are a lot of stories about how he got rejected by certain women on dating apps and stuff like that. And then this woman came into his life. Saturn gives a partner with some age difference. So his partner is much younger than him. She is at least, I think, 6-7 years younger than him. So this age gap is always given by Saturn. It can be someone 6-7 years older also, but in this case it is younger. Mars is aspecting Saturn, 7th ruler, sitting in the 7th house. So I'm expecting, yeah, for his personal life, as I said, it's not an easy chart. Maybe marriage might see some challenges. And also his term in office might see some challenges. I don't expect it to be easy after 2020. From 2027 onwards, there are going to be challenges because Sun Antardasha, and then Sun is the second ruler. Sun is the worst planet in his chart. It's with Mars, it's aspected by Saturn, aspected by Ketu. Sun is really in a terrible position in his chart. So I'm sure his father had some very difficult circumstances in his life. His father's life could have been quite difficult, but we don't know from the media. We don't understand everything. And I have not done extensive research, but yes, if you are, what do you say? If you know about it, let me know. Okay. So I think it's not an easy chart emotionally and otherwise. And for marriage also, things get a little bit difficult the end of 2027 onwards, because Saturn is going to be aspecting the 7th house and things like that in transit. But yeah, next 1.5 to 2 years, I'm expecting things will be pretty good for him. Jupiter is now in the 12th house, aspecting all the planets in the 4th house. Transit through Gemini is going on, even though temporarily Jupiter is in Cancer, but then Jupiter will come to Cancer next year. So that also is good for him. But let's see what happens after 1.5 to 2 years. But as of now, it seems good. But his challenges start after 1.5 to 2 years from what I can see. Right now, it seems pretty good. There are all these leadership qualities in his chart. Also, his ruler of to 10,000 Dashamsha is Saturn. So again, you know, this, if he holds on to this image and work of helping the masses, helping the people, then things will be good. But if, like other politicians, he changes after the elections, then things will become difficult for him. So let's see how much he can stick to that agenda. He is in the Jupiter Mahadasha right now, which is pretty good. 9th house ruler Jupiter. It's also the 6th house ruler, but then it's with Venus, and yeah, somewhat it is in a good position. Jupiter Venus tight aspect. So yeah, his 4th house is benefited by that. Also his 11th house. Yeah, so overall good chart. And I would expect to see challenges 1.5 to 2 years from now, but right now it looks good. So let's see what happens. Okay, cheers.